Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Rancho Magdalena in New Mexico. Today I have this Maule MX-7-18 STOL plane flying it once again, and we're going to go fly west of here and check out the telescope array, the Very Large Telescope Array in that New Mexico. You may have seen pictures of it around. It's been around for a long time, so we're gonna go take a look at that. Now this is freeware scenery that I installed because I flew to this location, man, some time ago. Maybe I want to say probably a couple years ago, and you can see the telescopes, but it was just kind of like satellite view. So I just downloaded this on Flight Sim TO, and I think it's going to be pretty nice. It was posted up there 4 years ago, and it actually put a point of interest on the map here that normally wasn't there. So it's probably going to be worth checking out now. So let's go ahead and get in this plane and get it started, and let's get everything ready here. And it's a fairly short flight, okay? And so let's do this here. You don't want to forget this. View select on both with this plane. That's something that I kind of was forgetting right when I got the plane a couple of times. All right, avionics. Now, earlier, like a little bit ago, before I started recording, I came right here to this airport and I went to start the plane. I was having trouble starting it. But notice the altitude here with my altimeter set and everything. We almost had 7,000 feet. So you know what? You need to lean this quite a bit. Okay? And I noticed when I took off, I barely had any power. You know, because I came here and took off, and I did that earlier because I looked and I said, there isn't any radio telescopes. You couldn't see many. Like I said, all you could see was the satellite views. They were there, but you know, and it didn't look all that great. But now we're going to have some 3D models. There was another freeware scenery for the same thing that was posted just a year ago, but it was using an object library that Dave's 3D People or something. And it said required object libraries. The other one was still available, but that Dave's 3D People was no longer available. So it looked like it would have been pretty good, but since that wasn't no longer available, I went with this one here because there's actually two up there. All right, let's go to standby, and we are free to start. Put our prop RPMs in and get this plane going. Gotta kind of hold it over. All right. Yeah, it took me a while. I was like, why can't I get it started earlier when I tried it? And I realized, you know what? That's why. This mixture, we gotta lean this mixture before you try to start the plane, or it's gonna kill. All right, now let me turn this stuff off. I definitely want that trim off. Okay, and double check the altimeter once again. And this. Just a little dirt strip here. Well, this side of the runway, there's actually two runways here. I think that one over there on the side too. Yeah, this here is the small dirt runway, and this one over here is the big one. I think that's what it looks like. All right, so let me go ahead and get this plane going. We'll get over there and check this out. Gotta kind of rev it up pretty high, because if you don't, I'm glad it didn't have no collision detection with that little bush. I would have hated that. Okay, let's come around here and get the plane started. Taxiing, and we'll get it down the runway and take off. right about here. Yeah, before I got all the way over here, and I wasn't even but like 50 or 45. I was like, what's wrong? Why can't I get any speed? That's why you need to lean that mixture up. Okay, let's go ahead and make that turn, and we're going to start working our way over there. I've gotten pretty comfortable with this plane since I got it, and I've been really liking this plane. It's good for so many things. And I am curious how this is going to look now with that custom scenery installed. You know, that happens a lot. I decide, I go to a place and I'm like, oh man, you know, you can always see something. There's always something there. Like, but a lot of times you just gotta, you get, you know, sometimes, not a lot of times, I should say sometimes you're gonna see, you know, just a satellite image. You may not notice it much from the air, really high, but as you get closer, or if you're flying below 1,000 feet, you can start seeing it. It's a, you know, the flat image. And so many times when locations I've flown to in Flight Simulator, that was like that, and I was expecting, you know, to see a little bit. I was surprised when, if I didn't see it, I would just do a quick search, and so many times it's right there on Flight Sim TL or somewhere else, and usually multiple things. So that really is pretty cool.
Roger 022.
Get on course here. I'm gonna keep climbing a little bit more. Get about 2,000 feet or so. And so yeah, you just kind of follow this highway here. I'm not sure what highway that is. And I'm sure this is looking kind of strange to see me flying around a desert on my channel, since I'm always in the Caribbean or around some kind of island in out the South Pacific or something like that. But you don't find me too often flying in deserts. But you know, it's a nice change. I mean, check this out. It's got its own beauty in its own way. You know, you can find beauty in almost anything like this. You know. All right, let me go ahead and throttle this plane back. Yeah, we don't need to be climbing much anymore. Let's keep it at about here. No, I might want to pull that back up. I think that 1.5 was better. Yeah. Let's come on back a little bit. Where are we at now? We're in 65. Yeah, about a little more than half throttle or so. Right about there. I'm gonna do it. It should be good. But you know, we going really, really slow now. So I might want to just keep it all the way. Because look, we down at 80. So yeah, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up there. And put this out more. Let's try this out. See how we're gonna. Trying to get it trimmed out pretty good. That'll work. So it should be right up here. Let me extend this range out to about 15 nautical miles. I can put, you know, we can put that back on. You know, it's just a big, I mean, New Mexico, there's just so much desert out here. And this array was always something I thought was pretty impressive. I always saw the pictures off and on through the years. I always thought it would be pretty cool to go check that out, to see that one day. I think there is a visitor center there too. I think, you know. All right, let's see. We should start seeing them pretty soon. In fact, like if you was driving on this highway, you could probably see them from a good distance. So like, you can see it's all flat right here. So if you're on the highway, you can see probably really far. And there they are coming into view. And like I said earlier, you know, before I had this custom scenery in, that was not there. So let's go ahead. We're going to throttle back some and descend, or well, we kind of like let's just go back to about maybe a little bit there. Yeah, so this is much better. And if anything, this will confirm that this scenery does work, even though it's 4 years old. I found sceneries do work pretty good. I don't have many compatibility issues unless, you know, it was updated. You know, like if in one of those world updates or things like that, if it was updated like that, then you could have problems, you know. So if you ever, you know, go to download scenery, I would kind of check the default scenery first for that area to make sure that it hasn't been updated and that there's nothing already there. Yeah, check these out. Let's get a little bit lower. So they're kind of pointing towards, well, like west direction I'm flying. Now, with this airplane, I can actually land right out here, and we might do that. All right. So here is the Very Large Array in New Mexico. I think it's like, I thought it said 27 yards. It's an awful lot of them. Okay, we're nice and low now. Let's go ahead and get back up there. As you can see, get a good view of these things as I fly along here. To this side of the plane, co-pilot seat. And you might also be able to notice the satellite images, the older ones. I think that's them. It's a little hard to see now because these are right on top of them. If anything, it shows that they placed them right where they would be. And they go all the way, you know, like to the north or whatever. And it looks like there's a couple little telescope domes there. Is that what that is? It sure looks like it. It just goes all the way down. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and land and take a look at them a little closer and take a look at one. We can land this plane and take it off anywhere out here. Anywhere. Alright, let's go ahead. Just land like right over here, out the way of some things there. Looks like the main facility is up there, right in the middle of them. Yeah, and it just looks so much better with the actual models there, you know, than instead of having it with just a satellite. It's a stole plane, but I sure as heck I'm not doing a short landing. You know, maybe a somewhat short takeoff, but this is not no short landing. Okay, but I'm kind of dropping them, taxiing on down. But I don't want to. I also don't want to take a chance of nosing this plane forward. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna check this out a little bit closer. Alright, so let's go get a little closer to these things here. I don't know when these were first built, but they've been around for a long, long time. You know, I don't even know if they ever found a whole lot with these things. I mean, I read some articles off and on about them through the years where they have detected signals and things like that, but I'm not really sure exactly what it ever amounted to, you know, that they found. Have you heard anything about these? Let me know in the comments below. That's a nice picture. Check this out. The sun right there. Only thing I'm missing is my plane over here. If I had my plane over here, I could use that for a thumbnail, perhaps. It's all desert. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. I wonder how it looks here at night. It's probably lit up a little bit, but not a ton. I could change it. You know, advance the time. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just kind of like take it easy right here until the sunset. Shouldn't be too long. All right, let's do that, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so as you can see, it's night, and look at this. They do have some lights on them. Pretty cool stuff. Lit up a little bit. Just the lights on the front right there. I didn't think they would have any lights. Looks like they got a plane over there or something, huh? What is that? Oh no, it's not a plane. That was just lights. Okay. I looked like it was something moving. Yeah, I'm like, oh, is there like UFOs out here in this desert? Alright, so, yeah, this is the Very Large Array in New Mexico. And I hope you all liked the video. If you did, smash the like button. And, hey, drop a comment. What do you think about these things? And if you're not already, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing more flight sim content and, you know, working on doing some different kind of videos here and there. Awfully quiet out here, isn't it? And I will leave the link to this scenery if you want it, because now that you see me flying here, you know it's not going to have no kind of conflicts or anything. I'm always like questioning, you know, older add-ons and files and stuff like that, but they sometimes, you know, you can run into problems. But as you can see, this is just fine. It works just fine. It simply adds these radio telescope arrays. Alright, so thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.